what Dakar means to me is it's the toughest off-road race in the world. And when someone says that, I want to be able to go over there and compete. I've won 6 championships over here in the U.S., and it's time to get over there and see what we can do against all the guys competing. And if they say it's the toughest race in the world, then I want to be there competing in it. Right when I first started racing, you look at what's the toughest race there is. You want to be the best off-road racer in the world. And, winning championships over here in the U.S. and knowing that there's a challenging race overseas, Dakar, which is the most challenging race there is what they're saying. That's really what led me to it. And it happened probably within 3 years of me even starting racing. And in my career, I found out about Dakar and really sparked my interest of getting over there. And just from all the people talking about how challenging it is, how hard it is, how grueling, it's 15 days long. We don't see anything like that over here, so that's kind of what sparked my interest to go over there and try to compete in that race. To go over to Dakar, the racing is going to be a lot different. It's compared to what we do over here. We have a co-driver that has a GPS trail, so we know where we're going. Where over there, we read off notes, and we don't have any direction of where we're going. You got to really rely on your co-driver, and you really have to work really well together to make it happen over there. You're going to get lost, you're going to lose time, get stuck. So it's quite a bit different than what we're used to here. So really looking forward to getting over there, finding out those challenges. We're going to have days that are going to be tough and rugged, and then we're going to have good days. So it's just getting through those days and just keep charging. So I flew over 2 years ago to kind of just see what Dakar's all about. I was over there for 3 days and got to get a fly in a helicopter and go see some of the terrain. So it's somewhat similar to what we race out here. It's going to be, I would say, all different types of terrain. You're going to have sand, you're going to have high-speed roads, you're going to have rocks, you're going to have gravel. So I think throughout those 14 days, you're going to see every type of terrain that you can imagine. And I think that's really going to play into our suits, because over here in the U.S., we race, 1,000 miles down in Baja or Vegas Arena, where we see those types of different terrains throughout the race. So I don't think that'll be as challenging as just trying to figure out what the course has at hand and trying to read the road book and just stay on course. I would say what's going to be the most challenging is just having consistent days of racing. We don't see anything like that here, where you're getting up every single day and going back at it. So I think just knowing that and not getting frustrated if we have a bad day, and knowing that we have more days to continue of trying to make up time, trying to learn more about the car, get that experience. So I think that's going to be one of the most challenging things. Is it's going to be consistent days of racing, and just mentally, physically, it's going to wear on you. So I think that's probably one of the biggest things that we don't have here in the U.S. is we don't have consistent days of racing. So looking forward to it, and it's going to be a challenge. It's very special to go over there and be one of the Americans going and trying to compete and trying to win. We have a couple guys that go over, but it doesn't seem like they're putting the effort that they should be putting in to try to win. So it's really exciting to be an American, to go over and really compete and have a strong shot at it, and have a team like Mini behind us really pushing us towards that goal of winning and being the first American to win overall. Yeah, so I've driven the Mini 3 races now, and it's really reliable. That's probably the biggest thing that I noticed about it is just the reliability. I mean, we punish these cars out in the dunes, out in the terrain in Italy, and just knowing that you could beat these cars up that long and that hard for that many days is pretty spectacular, and it just shows that Mini's really putting in a lot of work, a lot of technology into these cars to make them last and live that long. The other thing is just the suspension on the car. It's really limited to what I'm used to, so trying to change my mindset of reading terrain differently than what I'm used to now. So I think that's going to take effect and be really challenging as well. And also the tire size. You got 30-inch tires compared to 39 or 40-inch tires that we run over here in the U.S. So that's going to be a challenge as well, is trying to stay away from the rocks and not get flat tires, and just learn the car and learn what it can take and what it can't take. Yeah, it was really good to get some international races under my belt. We found out that we're going to have those days where we struggle, and we're going to have those days where we do really well. In Italy, we were, running up front and almost going to win the rally, and then we had 2 punctures and lost the rally. So just knowing that and keeping that in the back of my mind, that you're going to have those little problems, but to just keep focusing on the next day and keep pushing and know you're never out of it until it's over.